It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got CeeDee Lamb. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here. As the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete. These two teams in now way back in the season opener. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Second down, here's Hurts. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Pollard again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that play he's going through because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
First down, Dallas.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That's good. The completion here for 7 yards. And that'll leave it only 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From midfield, here's Lance. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A give to Pollard running left. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Cowboys at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Give him 4 on the carry, and will make this a 3rd and about 2. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
They'll run left with Pollard. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On play action, Lance. And this pass broken up. Now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. There he goes, left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Charlie Hurts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Elliott good with a PAT. That makes it a 7-3 lead. see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 10-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hurts. That is caught. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That's
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, it's Devontae Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And he will take this one in for the Eagle touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Elliott good on the extra point. It's now 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprint, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. It's obviously a little bit harder to run by that. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it ends up incomplete.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have yet again retaken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run game.
It's fumbles it. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Now a give here to Pollard. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. And Lance now to throw. Outright, he finds Tolbert. Touchdown! Jalen Tolbert, 32 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles, but they've got to take care of it. There he goes, right side. Now he's loose at the 40. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is out. Can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that one a break and get on out there and play.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd down, Pollard again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lance. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Eagles will take the first of their timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now third down and very long. To throw, it's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
The opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here's Rodgers on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. Only able to gain a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Throwing now is Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and that brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
That's going to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Down the sideline he goes. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large game.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Here's Lance. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the option to give to Swift here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and a yard. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles first down as he'll take this down inside the 45. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big his first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll bunt, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Getting home that time to Marby and Overshow.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. The kick by Elliott is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on, and you're not going to be able to disguise it, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak in anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Rodgers to return it. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it is caught. They'll have the first down and more than that. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That penalty is declined.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Ward. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll drop the throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll look to throw again, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
What a stand there defensively. They force the third and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their...
Here we go, Zach. Hey, cold feeder.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
No gain on that play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. We'll come to the line here and need 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Drops this underneath for Pollard. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's a room to maneuver. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Down the right sideline. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And now the kick is blocked. And the defense picks it up, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams group, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Lance to throw on second down here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
The success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher. You know you get it from hard when you see him drop back to throw. So really, it's called a counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Just a little bit more.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 8. 1:53 remaining. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That gets him the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He's back to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Hurts will throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's Lance. That's complete to Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Lance. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now 2nd and 4. Lance looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football to the offensive when he doesn't complete a pass like that, he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Yeah, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Lance back to throw. And that will be incomplete. But it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. And they'll go for it. Lance. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
This is brought in at the 21. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys. They're like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return. You can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Here comes third down at 7. We'll see what Lance can do at OT. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game, and how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Here's Lance to throw it. He finds his man, Pollard.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation. Instead, they hold him a little bit with the screen. Now they're getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Here is 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That last pass. .300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Lance looking to throw it. Going right back to Ferguson.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Lance now on first down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Dallas, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.